guys, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is the Tuesday stream, and my name is Twitchi. We're going to jump into the stream career because look at that money right there. 1,250,000. 1.25 million. That is not enough. Would you believe? I'm greedy. I want more. Give me more money. Excuse me, clear my throat. We need more stuff, but we actually need it for specific reasons. Obscure reference and Kendall, how you guys are doing out there? Kendall, I gotta apologize. I've only recently made the connection that you are 13th Raven. Sorry about it. People change their names. I don't know about it, and then I'm talking to this new person. It turns out I'm talking to the old person. Who knew? So hi, I made the connection finally. How are you doing? What I want to do, this research and development, 1.6. We need 1.7 million. Okay, something like that. And I've been coming through having a look at some of the missions in between missions. And I noticed this one. Look at that. Nearly 250,000 on it. So nearly. You've had a lot of names at this point. Yeah, exactly. I mean, haven't we all? Take a payload specialist to Cafe Addiction. I've not seen one of these. The life support on Cafe is malfunctioning. You need to take your designer of the systems to fix it. Should we do something new? Oh, it's not a lot of money. I've never done that one, though. Look at it. It's not a lot of money. We might come back to that. I also noticed we got a lot of move the satellite objectives. I'm not that bothered about that. The snot shuttle seems to be a thing that they put up a lot, I've noticed. I haven't noticed. I don't think there's anything else I want to do right now. Let's just go and rotate some crew. We'll figure out other things to do whilst we're doing crew rotation. Oh, have I done something right? I was doing it very quickly. Oh, I missed a T. All right, brilliant. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. I mean, at least I didn't put an S there. You know, that was a typo, not a spelling mistake. So I'm classing that one as a winner. Okay, so the contract that we need to do right now. Let's get rid of that one. We're still waiting on these, but as you may have seen on the alarm clock before we got in here, 49 days. It's a long time to wait. So we're going to take Monarch. We're going to the moon, and we need to take at least one crew. Okay. I think we can do that. Monarch, do we actually have a craft that's ready for that? Should we have a look? Do you guys want to go through all my old crafts? Should we do this? There's 72 in there. Oh my gosh. Let's see what we've got here. Like with the Arrow Plus, that's a plane. Let's not worry about that one. Bill the Duck, we saw him last time, went and caught a craft. Do you want to have a look at this guy? Let's have a look. Caught a craft out of orbit, snatched it in its weird little duck bill that it's got here, nom 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 nom, and brought it back in via the atmosphere. That was amazing. What a great day that was. What a great day. Bang zoom straight to the moon. It looks like it's got a member of staff on there. It's a round. It's got 2 on there. I bet we could take that parachute off and then replace it with a smaller one. Where's my Clampatron docking port junior? All right, we pop that right there. You know what? I never like this, and I'll show you what I don't like. Do you see the way that my RCS ports are interacting with kind of the same level as my docking port? If you think about the way that the docking port from the space station or whatever will come in there, there's far too much of an opportunity for destruction, and I know that's crazy me saying that, but if I'm seeing it, then maybe it's something we should change. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give it some batteries, and I'm gonna give it an inline reaction wheel. We're just gonna really extend that out there a little bit. Okay, that I think should be good. This really is designed for landing on the moon, not so much just taking a crew cycle round. But I'm gonna do it. I'm even gonna save this as the Bang Zoom II2. There's bound to be a whole bunch of stuff we could do to make this more efficient. I mean, look, we're using the Skipper engine. Why don't we have a mainsail? Let's see what else we can do about this. Anybody else see anything that needs upgrading right now? If we can think of it, I will go ahead and do it. Like, we got the Reliance on the outside. That's pretty good. I mean, I suppose we could. What's the priorities here? Let's have a look. 50 and 30. I don't know whether the insides. We'll just let this fly like this. Maybe this was the time I was doing it. Parachutes. We got parachutes at the top. Rotate the antenna so they point up when retracted. Well, you don't like this. Point yourself at. I'm gonna say no for that one, but thank you for the suggestion. I like the way it is because it kind of points towards. I mean, technically, we should do something like this, right? We pull that out and then do this, but that Look at this. You retract it. Suddenly it's pointed really weird. There's like this would get ripped off. I'm kind of not about it. I'm kind of not about it. And I know like this is me. I don't really care about aerodynamics. Oh, should we care about aerodynamics? Look, watch this. Let's do a little thing. This makes people exceedingly happy when I do little things like that. I don't get it, but I think that's good. Looks good. Looks good. I kind of would think I'd prefer a 4-way radial decoupler situation. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. We are going to send. Let's have a look. We've got a new pilot. I don't believe they've been anywhere. So we're going to send them to the moon. And who are we going to... Oh, man. Let's go and have a look. Let's save this. Let's go and have a look at Minnook and see what they need. Is that a crazy idea? I think that's a good idea. Maybe we should bring a tourist with us as well. Maybe that's a thing. We need to go see Minnook though. I can't remember what it looks like. It's a very old station. Maybe we need to bring it home one day or deorbit it. Minnook. No, I want Monarch. There we go. Orbiting the Mun. Equatorial, nice and low. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. Oh, the loading screens have already tried. I feel like everything is very far away from me on my desk. Have I been injected with some, like, T-Rex DNA and my arms are just getting smaller? Right, these juniors, they are juniors. Good, right, well, we can come along and do that. We don't have any scientists on board, but I don't think we've got any science to be putting on board, to be fair. We're just going to go stick a member of crew on here. Okay, I think we need 2 scientists. Can we afford 2 scientists? That's the question. Can I have the Space Center button? Let's go see if we can afford 2 scientists. We're going to send them on to the moon and then maybe have a... Do we go and pick them up from one of the other stations? That might be the way. Let's have a look and see where all our crew is currently located. You can do this at the astronaut complex. I don't know if you knew about this. Jebediah, don't worry about Jebediah. He's currently around Juno. We don't have to worry. Cafe Addiction. Junic also going to Juno. Okay, don't worry about him either. 1B. They're all out of reach. And then we got the Indigo Voyage. Okay, so no one is really available just to go. I just want a singular, I don't there singular scientist. Can I afford them? Is that a thing? Just casually buying. Ooh, casually buying a Kerbal there. No worries. Your life is now mine. Thank you very much. I mean, what would you sign away to be part of a space program? I think a lot of people would give up a lot of stuff. So we're looking for the Bang Zoom 2. Great, wonderful. I like this. This is great. And we're going to take this scientist. Hello. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I've just been told recently on the KSP wiki, on the Reddit, sorry. So it's spelt dessert, not desert launch site. I knew that already. But did you know that it's because it's the right inclination to meet up with Minmus, a moon famously surrounded by pudding. Oh, Sir Dr. Captain Subs Esquire the Second. How are you doing? Is it supposed to be the 3rd? I always feel like it's supposed to be the 3rd. How are you doing? It's amazing to see you. Amazing to see you. Are you having a hot day at the moment? We're having a hot day over here in England. It's not as hot as it was a couple of weeks ago, but man, it's definitely a summer's day. It is definitely a summer's day. Okay, we have got Lindsay Kerman, our scientist that we're supposed to be. Look, takes after Bill. Look, and we've got Hilwyn Kerman. Just silver hair. It looks good. It's pretty toasty and humid. Yeah, always the worst. Always the worst. But let's go for a little bit of a countdown together, shall we? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I was looking for the moon. Let's go! All right, we are off and we are flying straight upwards. Well, we were. I wanted to take over, turn over pretty quickly. No fins? No fins. No fins today. Turns out this might have been a craft from another time where such things were extraneous weightage that we couldn't deal with. I found for you it's 13 degrees. 13 degrees is quite a thing. My door just went, guys. I'm going to have to... Hold up. This totally never happens normally. Sorry. This is the first time, like, ever. interrupts by Amazon. I do apologise about that, guys. Let's get back to it. Oh, man, that was it. I totally could have just let them drop that at the thing. We are up at 4 kilometres. SRWB, how you doing? Indeed, you are normally the first to get into the chat, and today you're not. How you doing? You good? You good? Are we draining from the outside more than we are the middle? Okay, that's good. That's something that I wanted to make sure was happening. I feel like we're going just a little bit off of equatorial, so I'm going to try and tap my pitch here. Feels like we're going fine. We're about to make a stage though, so 3, 2, 1, go. That worked incredibly well. Say bye-bye to the booster stage. Yeah, whew, sorry, it got interrupted. I feel all weird. That's not something that normally happens. I'm going to try and orientate myself in line with the nav ball down here. Hillwin doing the flight, so we should be good. If I can try and get Hillwin out to as many different destinations as possible, we should be able to get her number of levels up, and then have better controls. I was just in the pool with your mum. Dude, that is such a great idea. I would love to have a pool right now. So that would be so good. Okay, where are we going to stick this one? I think we're going to stick it at 100. It's just always the place that we stick it, right? 100 kilometers seems pretty good. Parking orbit will do. 97, close. I still haven't found out what that low G science craft actually is. It's been on my radar for actual months. 34 degrees in Massachusetts. I mean, that's pretty hot. That's near enough 10 degrees hotter than we have it over here right now. Yeah, about 10 degrees hotter. Let me consult my phone. I think we're actually hitting 28, 27. Something like that. Yeah, well, it's 27 at the moment. Highs are 28, which we had earlier on in the day. But earlier on in the day being like half hour ago, right? It's been a warm one. Feels like 40 with the humidity. Yeah, I bet. I haven't. I've been doing my best to stay out of it. It's hot. It's horrific. I'm not a well insulated man, so I try my best to stay out of extremes, shall we say. You'd think, you're a thin guy, you radiate well. No. Highest temperature is 32 on Friday. Yeah, I think we're getting somewhere similar. Some free festival tickets landed in my lap for this weekend. And so I'm going to be out at a music festival, either in like a circus big top type tent, which, let me tell you, are not the coolest areas to be in, or out in a field with no shade to go. So I've got to try and like pick my worst evil there, and above it all, try and stay hydrated. What type of celestial body is your favourite? The moonlets. We don't even know if they exist yet. We're yet to see a moon of a moon, right? But I think moonlets. And other people have called them... there's been another name, and that's the one that people are adopting, and everyone's like, yeah, this is the official name. I don't like it. I like moonlet. I think moonlet is a great word for the moon of the moon. Go. You're all on a coastal town. Ooh. I pitched down too heavy whilst reading that chat there. I mean, coastal towns are where it's at. Let's be honest here. Like, there's a reason that, 90% of humanity live less than 100 miles from the coast or something like that. Those numbers are probably exaggerated, but it's a lot. It's a lot, right? There's a massive amount. It's why, the whole sea level change is such a big issue, right? Because everybody lives right next to the sea. Because it's stable. I'm not sure if I said this on stream, but I'll say again. When I was a young boy, back in the lost dark ages, just before I'd left elementary school, gone to what we call secondary school. So it was about somewhere between 9, 10, something like that. At elementary school, I don't know how you guys do it, but at the younger school, you have one teacher for the year, right? And they teach you, and they teach you all the subjects. But then when you get up to secondary school, you have different teachers for different subjects. So this I feel like there needs to be background to everything, So my year 4 teacher, the guy, he made a demonstration where he put a fork in boiling water. And then after a little while, he took it out and showed us with the thermometer that they were both the same temperature. And then 5 minutes later, looked at the fork and the water again. And the fork had returned to ambient, right? It was the same temperature as everything around. But the water still held its heat. And it's just like, the water takes a long time to heat up and cool down. So coastal towns are right out. That's the rant I was on. Shall we go and find out what this is about? Let's switch to. Now that we're in a nice stable orbit, let's go and have a look. Famagfa, how's it going? Good to see you again. Whew. Oh, sorry. My micro move. Sometimes when I move my my stand around to try and move my microphone, because I understand that it gets a little close to my face sometimes and it can clip out, so I try and keep a bit of distance. This could be returned just with a little SRB unit. Look at this. We could fly this up. It's got radial parachutes. Should we just? Are you guys up for a small diversion? Can I do you a small favor? Almost definitely, my friend. Almost definitely. What small favor are you after here? It's got electric charge in it. Can I? I can turn it. I don't have a way of. I don't have a way of actually like moving it, right? No. Okay, so if we can get up here, this looks like it could go home. Looks like it could go home. Do you know anything about shepherd moons? Only in the most general. It has my Oni playthrough going brilliantly, wonderfully. I haven't killed anybody yet. But shepherd moons are moons that, the ones that I know about are moons around Saturn. But I should imagine there's also moons around other, like Uranus and Neptune. Did you know that almost all the giants have rings? Jupiter's almost impossible to see because it's such a fine dust that you need an infrared telescope to see it. But yeah, what keeps these rings in place, right? Like if you think about it, like there's moons going around everywhere, and there's like just the gravitational. Do you know most planets aren't round, and so the bumpiness can like pull gravity in different ways, and that can pull things out of orbit. You know, I live in a state where most towns are named after England. Okay, however, despite stealing the names, we pronounce them completely differently. Can you pronounce the names? Yeah, I am never shy of pronouncing names. Yeah, no worries, my friend. No worries. Me playing Animal Crossing New Horizons whilst watching a KSP stream. Welcome, Bob. Welcome. How are you doing? Worcester. Yeah. You should try. You should hit Bista. It's actually one of those weird ones that I have to stop and think about it. It's like Worcestershire, right? You know, I can't say my sh noises properly. I've learned how to. Don't get like, but machine chassis is it's a terrible word for me to say, and Worcestershire has it in it as well. See now, Leominster, I have no idea. I've not seen that one, but I would say Leominster. Right, we were going to build a tiny rocket. Let's quickly just do this thing. One of those or one of those. I'll carry on reading as I put just a little control unit together. This thing is going to go and grab that craft that we just saw up there and drag it back down into the atmosphere. I think that's a good thing. Lemonster. Okay. Yeah, so like Minster, that end bit, Minster, is quite a big thing around here. Westminster being where our Houses of Parliament are, like it's a suburb of London, right? Westminster. I want some of these. We're going to pop a few of these on the bottom here. And one of these RCS fuel tanks. And then this should be how I fly there. Okay. Oh, no, I clicked the wrong button. I can never remember which ones are the bigs and smalls. Okay, so this should be pretty much flyable wherever I want it to go. Have I put a... No, I have not. These inline reaction wheels. Okay, and then I'm going to crazily, because I'm a crazy man, put these... fuel tanks, these engines, sorry, facing backwards. So what happens is we're going... I should probably put a nose cone on the bottom here. Should we do it? Let's do it. Let's do it. This will be hilarious. I have no idea how we're going to attach it to a rocket, but like there we go. We're gonna. So this will fly up. Oh, I could totally just turn it over and then fly it upside down for a little bit until we get into orbit, and then we use this to control. Can I control? We could. Look, if I pull this off here and then. So that is the way it wants to be? Really? Is that the way it wants to be? Okay, we'll take that. I'm trying to think, is that really what I want? That is really what I want. That's fine. This is cool. No problem. I've confused myself by thinking it needs to be another way up. Let's not try and be confusing. Let's just slap some radial decouplers on here, something like so, and then we get some nice small Mark 1 engine fuel tanks. Yeah, there's something like this. Wait, am I going to make a monstrosity? Are you guys ready for a monstrosity? I think I'm going to make a monstrosity. And then we get one fuel tank. All I want is one fuel tank. You know what? I'll take this one. That's not one. That's not one either. Can we get down to one, please? One. Okay, right, brilliant. Then I'm going to move this into the middle. That look middle to you? Is that the same on each one? No, we're too far over that way. Yeah, absolute. Something's wrong here. I feel it in my bones. If we grab this part and then just kind of snap it to the grid, there we go. This should now mean that when I grab this and snap it to the grid, why will you not? Is that better? Does that look good to you guys? Looks good to me. Hey Gus, how are you doing? Let's try to be minimalistic. I mean, you know me. I'm going to send these fuel lines. I don't know whether I need to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to duplicate them out and go from here down. Okay, there we go, there we go. Then all of these fuel tanks should be feeding down to the same place. That was a very complicated way of going about doing that, but yeah, I got us there, guys. I got us there. Right, that makes me want to kind of be a little bit sick in my mouth looking at it. Are you guys also feeling like this could be better? Let's try something crazy. If we pull this down like this, oh man, am I really going to go this crazy? Yes. yes I am. We're going to grab one of these, and what do you reckon if we get a not one of those, I want a small one. I want a small one. I should be able to attach this cubic octagonal strut right in the middle like that. So we've currently got 4-way symmetry, but that does allow me to match up for this perfectly central place. Look at that. Okay, all right, I like this. We'll come back. What was it? Alt and click to finish it. Oh, look at that! I learnt that. Was it Obscure Reference that taught me that? I can't remember, but I learnt that last week. Thanks to whoever it was that actually taught me that. Or it's tempting to just. You know what? That'll do. Look at that! what a horrific craft. What's minimalism? Never heard of it. Lol. Only big equals cool. I mean that's cool. That's cool. Let's have a look and see. Like this is horrific. I hate it, but I think we're gonna fly it. I think that's gonna be fine. We're only going to go catch a craft out of orbit, so that's fine. That is fine. Hopefully when we dump everything, you know what? Let's just be sure. And strap a couple of. I mean, what is the mantra after all? You don't think it was... Okay, I can't remember exactly who it was. It was someone who was secretly a lot better in the game than me. Let's go with these hard points. I do like the look of them, and we never get to use them normally, so... Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. I really like the look of the hard points. Okay, they are in the list. That's good. Man, I see explosions in our future. Do you guys see explosions in the future? There we go. Oh yeah. So this is the Low G return. No, I can't call it low G return because that's for something else. Oh, Leicester. So that's just said Leicester. It's like a cheese. Red Leicester is the type of cheese. Bug return. I think it was low G bug. I can't remember. We're gonna fly. We're gonna go find it. Oh, Tinsburg. I think that's supposed to be Tinsburg. Yeah. Twerksbury. Though I've never heard of a Twerksbury. That sounds like a hell of a town to be in. 4 failures and 7 explosions. That is the type of prediction we need to see here. Let's get specific. Milngrav? Okay, so for an efficient meeting, there's Cafe Addiction. There's the Trash Master. That's what should really be deorbiting stuff. That guy's still got a whole bunch of deorbit equipment on it. The Oracle stays in orbit forever now. The Oracle is now fixed to the fact that the alarm clock no longer tracks the planets properly. I don't know what happened. There it is, low G science craft. Let's set that as a target. We can totally bring this back in one move today, hopefully. We're just going to quickly slam this little mission into place and then be doing it. Twas your birthday yesterday. Dude, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Did I just let it go? No, needs fuel. Dunbar's wreckage. There it is. Okay. Just got to keep an eye on it, you know. Keep an eye on it. About a third of your life. Actually, I don't know if you spotted the community post I made. I also made a Discord post, but, you know, nobody seemed interested. YouTube told me it was the 12th year anniversary of my channel on the 5th of August, just been. Which, you know, made me feel ways, made me feel a bit wit. No! This has no way of staying alive once the battery dies, and I've been on the pad too long. Gloucester. I actually live in well, no, it's Grosvenor, but like a word that follows the very similar layout. I kind of hate what just happened there. Let's see if we can do this better. Let's see if we can do. I'm unfortunately not in possession of RTGs, so we're just gonna have to go with like some standard photovoltaics on the outside of this thing, right? How is this thing getting home? I reckon, I do, that we can just put this on there and probably fly it home. We'll try. All right, let's do this again. Oh, Tingsborough. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I to be honest, I don't know why I said Berg. I was just reading quickly and trying to see what was going on. My bad, man. Use fuel cells. This thing will be disabled when it's on the dark side of the orbit. I'm not that bothered about... You know, obviously, the fact that we're in the dark side of the orbit right now doesn't help. But I'm not that bothered about waiting for daytime. Set that as time. Do we just... Let's see if Bang Zoom can actually move yet. We'll set these two up as two parallel missions. That's what we're going to do. Parallel missions, because I want to see whether this. Where's the moon? Where be yo dark self over here? There's a lot of stuff going on here. Set that as target. Single. That's going to stay there for a long time. I forgot that we couldn't actually attach it to the inside of the craft. Okay, so that we did a rescue last time. Add maneuver and go. A rescue of an actual Kerbal that I had stranded for once. It's rare that I strand my own Kerbals. It's normally the Kerbals have been given to me by a contract or whatever, right? There we go. That's the orbit I want. 16 minutes, and then after I do the burn is the time. Okay, yeah, that's fine. After I do the burn is then the time to launch that second mission that we got going. I have no idea how someone looks at the name Milgrav and decided to pronounce it Mulguy, but that's just Scotland. Yeah, Scotland. The thing is, they have a language that is nowhere near connected to like the English that we speak, right? You have one bonus. I'm all out. Zed, actually, I am kind of excited. So we had someone appear in the Discord yesterday, and me and Zed have been talking to them. They're trying to organise a collaborative warfare thing, but they didn't want it They didn't want it to fall apart, so they're like keeping the save file themselves. I think they must have had troubles with griefing in the past. It seems like the thing. Oh no, they turned up yesterday, and then we talked about them today. Yeah. But yeah, I'm always interested when someone wants to try and organise a bunch of people, because, that's difficult. So if they can go ahead and do it, great. I'm all about it. But, you know, we... Chagogol man Chanagwa. Yep, that one. I got about that far. I'd rather spend time debugging Linux, dude. Nice. I mean, like I said in the DMs we had afterwards, it to me seems like he wants to get craft that I've designed or other people have designed and then pit them together in an AI battle, which like cool. It's a different way to dress up that particular way of doing things. Normally we just have the subscriber craft fights and stuff like that, but dressing it up in a war scenario, okay, cool. I'm about it. Plus I can spend an hour making the design here with you lot, send that off to them, and have a video for next week, which is always a bonus. Always a bonus. Okay, we got 40 seconds before we start sending Hilwin and Lindsay here off to the moon. 34 seconds to go. Nice. Yeah, so I should imagine that's a person that's not really played around with the AI settings all that much. I quite often try to figure out how to get the planes and the tanks fighting each other in a way that wasn't overtly for one side or the other, and it always ended up being either the tanks would win every time or the AI would, or the planes would win every time. It was... I can't actually remember which one it was, but it was one or the other. Okay, whilst we're making this burn, we should be able to see the moon start cresting above the limb of the planet over there. Why do we call this the limb of the planet? Hey, there is an older phrase. It's not one I've heard used too often recently. I'll take that one. Let's see what we got. We got hey, that's good. I'll take that. Let's go to the moon. Let's see. Can I? If I go faster, are we getting closer? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go faster and get closer. So where are we trying to go? Let's fight. There it is. That's the station I want. Can I set as target? Beautiful. I'm looking at how much fuel we've got left in the system. I might even... Oh no, we'll crash it. That's fine. I was going to be like, I might even try and take us down to Kerbal and into the atmosphere, but like I say, we can crash it. You can call it an edge because the Kerbal's made out of polygons. Yeah, I like that. That is very true. Okay, we're at the point where this doesn't go any further, so I'm just gonna take this and fly this like so. Does this have? Let's have a look. I've broken it there. No, there is no spare fuel to be saved. This doesn't even have an AI on it at the moment to fly it. Okay, we need to come up to here. We need to create an alarm. I want the sphere of influence change when we change from Kerbal to the moon. Oh, there's the moon. Oh, hey, there's the moon. So, we got 2 hours, 3 hours to deal with that. Let's go back to the space station. We've got a craft to launch. Chagogagog Manchu Gog Chabon Agon Gamag. I'm gonna go with. Well, just random syllables. That's what Sir Dr. Captain Subs Esquire II put it. You pronounce it better than most people around here. You just gotta break it up into chunks, right? It strikes me as like Celtic, Welsh, that sort of branch, you know. Okay, the electric is just disappearing as we're looking at it. Can we click on here? Hibernate. Stop. Why aren't you hibernating? What is this? Where is our target? You know what? We might just go in a higher orbit. Yeah, let's do it. We got excess fuel anyway. 3, 2, 1. Saving my battery. Go! Oh, that. No stables. It's not stable. I got no control. Oh no, we'll let it play through. We'll let it. It sounds horrible when listening to it in Google Translate. I bet it does. Wait. There's copy. Translate. Detect. Alright, let's listen. Voice output isn't available for Welsh.
Char goga gog manch gargo GG chorbanagin gamog.
I got a feeling that GG is not pronounced like that. Pop. I mean, this is kind of stable. Let's just try and turn it around and crash it, shall we? So it looks like we need some fins. How far can we revert back to launch? Okay, let's do this. Algonquin. Yeah, do not know. It tried to give me Welsh. It's like, are you sure this is not Welsh? Nah. I've asked it to translate some Welsh words before for me. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. I'm English, but I live out in Wales at the moment. Which, if you're outside the UK, doesn't mean that much to you. Not at the moment. At the moment, I'm back in England for summer, but then I'm going back out to Cardiff for my studies in astrophysics. Though next year, I've been looking at all the everything that needs to be done for next year. Oh, it's a lot of work. There's this thing called fields and flows. Think about how you would model liquids and airflow and stuff like that, right? You know, you got things that compress, things that slip past each other, and it's all the mathematics for that. Yes, Wales is the part of the country that has its own flag, but is not represented in the Union flag. It's true. The problem was, as far as I'm aware, with my actually quite limited history of the United Kingdom, was Wales was conquered way back when people were still very, very, very nasty, as opposed to just slightly nasty. And then Scotland and everything got taken over later, and that's why they get to be their own thing, and Wales isn't. Wales is run by the Prince. Do you reckon that looks good? Is that a workable in there? I don't even know if that's gonna do the job it's supposed to do. Looks like maybe it's behind the nose code. We'll find out. What could go wrong? Yeah, it's also spelt weird. I can never really remember how to spell Welsh. W-E-L-S-H. Wales. It's got a H in there. Everyone does forget, including myself. Everyone does forget about the Isle of Man. And the thing is, it's got the longest running parliament ever, right? So it's another one of these weird, it's smaller than is it smaller than the Vatican? I don't know, but it's one of those, if it was on its own, it'd be a ridiculous micro country. But they got their own currency. They got their own parliament. They have this. No! Well, it looks like we're going to go check out the the rock whilst I was trying to turn the camera around. Isle of Man's got a lot of stuff going for it. It's just also very boring. It's a very small place. I don't know what the current population of Isle of Man is, but if it's more than 5,000, I'll be surprised. 572 square kilometers, I'm being told. Yeah, it's tiny. Here's my first pet rock studded with stuff. We got to bring 4 of these together. I do have a second one out there, but it's much bigger, and thus took me a lot longer to get it even close. Bang Zoom 2? No, that's not what we're looking for. Am I still on the launch pad? I am still on the launch pad. No, come on, I had it. Let me have it. Did we just let... Yeah. I was going to say let the planet turn towards me here. Oh, I have played this game too often for this to be a problem. What is this? There we go. Switch to. Whew. Was that the population? 85,000. Okay, colour me surprised. That's actually quite a lot. That's actually quite a lot. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're back where we are. Jeb knows can stop playing in the background. Science craft. I mean, do I just wait for my electric charge to like die completely? It was a small no. It was a small no. I was recording some Minecraft earlier, and there was a few small no's in that as well. All right, let's see if this flies any better. We got some fins. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Okay, that's. I thought it was better. It's not. Yeah, I mean this is interesting. Population of Gibraltar. Oh, it's going to be like 1 million or something. There's going to be way over the top from what you expect. Explosions. Okay, so I think I'm safe to say that this whole thing is unstable. Look at it go. Look at it go. Can we put prograde? Is that a thing it can do? Okay, I think we found the instability. I mean, we should have known it was going to be this bit. We should have known. 33,000, okay. Yeah, I mean, again, yeah. You'd expect lower. Is this a bunker buster? Have I built a bunker buster here? SAS disengage, yeah, okay. Oh, that means I can't stage. That's a shame. This was supposed to be a nice, quick, and easy mission. What have I done here again? Am I just gonna go back and make a nicer craft? I don't want to make a nicer craft. I feel like the only way, like, so the last thing I've got to try is that on the outside there, right? And the fact that I can't go back to yeah, I mean that's horrible. Cool. Shout out to everyone who's run out of drinks. All I've got left is a great big hot flask of tea. I'm not sure it's a big hot flask of tea day, to be honest with you. I do have a can of gamer juice here if need be. It's the emergency one that I keep under the desk, you know. I mean, don't you all? Could you point out on a map the Isle of Wight? Yeah, I totally could. To be fair, I could point out most of these places. But I have come to accept that I am more geographically knowledgeable than most people around here. Right? Saying around here might be a bit specific, but most people in good old England, Britain, can't just say England. It's got to be Britain. This one here, and then all of those. Do you think this will finally have what it takes to be stable? Or is everything just not right? I mean, it all looks like it should be fine. Looks central. As we know, looks can be deceiving. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. This is the final one before I just scrap it and make the easy craft. I should learn just to scrap and go easy earlier on, right? What's the population of Yo Mama City? Oh, at least 2. So I live in a fairly rural town when I'm back in over summer. We're still talking 50,000 people or so. It's a higher population than the Isle of Man. But like we get quite nice back gardens, even in like a flat block that I live in. And so we got squirrels and birds and stuff like that out there. And one of the neighbours feeds the squirrel with what we call the nut hotel. It's just like a box, but we've got a little flap on the lid to make sure only the squirrel's eating, right? And just all the time, out of the corner of my ear, I hear this like wood on wood like slap. It's like, oh, the squirrels are eating. Squirrels are cool, yeah. Squirrels are cool. Yesterday when we were walking home, we caught one out on the path and we walked around, and it like both of us, me and the squirrel, just stood there looking at each other for a little bit, going like, all right, what are you gonna do then? Anyway, 3, 2, final test, go. Oh, no, oh, no, I don't know. Is this irreversible? It feels bad. It feels bad. But I think we can. There we go. I think we can get there. I think we've got it. Okay, we kind of have control. We're definitely going to be punching up far too far upwards, but that's all right. That's all right. Now the question is, can this be stable? Oh, we're losing speed. Let's try and make it so I'm not losing speed. I'm still losing speed. I mean, we are giving more kilonewtons, but we're not. I suppose 4 fuel tanks is a lot for the cheetah to push now that I stopped to think about it. Well, we're going to do as we always do and fly this to destruction. Because I just don't know any other way to go. I'm going to point away from my target, and we're going to try and get our speeds up to the target. Which is just totally not going to happen. Look at this. Look how close to apoapsis we are. We are going to crest that hill, and we're going to come slamming back down. Well, we've got. I mean, the Delta V is not the problem. Delta V is not the problem. It is the strength of my engine. I thought the cheetah might have it, but no, the cheetah does not have it. Can't even see the space junk going past. We are about to start. There we go. We're about to start going down. It's a foregone conclusion now. There is no way. There is no way. I mean, we might be able to pick up enough speed, but to be able to do that, I would have to be traveling so fast, so deep in the atmosphere that we're going to face like structural instability problems. Not that I think we can actually get going that fast. I mean, watch the KSC go past though. Well, look at that. We are actually, we're near enough half a kilometer per second. Did we lose something? Hello? What happened there? Why did it suddenly just snap down? No. We'll just try and face up. I don't think it's going to happen though. I don't think it's going to happen. I suppose the only thing to do is pop the fairing and make it even worse. Oh, look at the drag now. Look at the drag now. Is a KSP engine Twitch your son? Yeah, you know it. You know it. Also a popular streaming service. Totally my son. Okay, I guess I'm just going to go Ragel in. We're going to go Surface. Let's go Prograde. How fast do you reckon we can... Look at that. That is sad. We can't even like hit the floor faster than the speed of sound because of how flat the front face is. Can we revert? Yeah, we can. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Just as long as I can. I want to check. Like, the fastest speed I got to was up high. That's a bit of a disappointment there. Bit of a disappointment. I was kind of hoping that we could get plowing pretty quick. And to be fair, one of the things that I am looking forward to from next year's intensive mathematics learning is figuring out how to model things like this. Now, I know Kerbal Space Program doesn't use a realistic atmosphere modeling, but I don't actually know how that works. Yeah, revert to vehicle assembly. Let's just rip it all apart. I know how to do this. Like, we'll do the easy one that I was trying to avoid, right? And we'll take this off. We'll take this no cone off and put it up here. And we take one off. Where are you? Where are you? You. Do we flare out or do we keep this same size? I think we're going to flare out. Do we have... The problem is the only one that does the right flaring is that. And that's horrific. I kind of hate it. We could do this instead, but now we're up to the weird sizes, and nobody likes the weird sizes. Okay. Just seeing if anything like snaps together in a cool way. I don't think it does, unfortunately. Okay, so we're gonna go without any of that, unless we're gonna go for a nuclear launch system. But I don't think that's the winner, personally. Let's go into structural and grab this guy out. Pop. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't make a single thing like this without coming to the assemblies and being like, hey, can we just have a control and rescue unit put up on there? So this will be able to keep this unit alive. You know what? I'm even going to go as far as putting one of these up here and then turning its fuel tanks off so that we can we actually have some fuel to bring this guy home with. You close. So now we're keeping space clean. I was reading a book called What If, International Edition, serious scientific questions to absurd hypothetical situations. I mean, that's why we all study science, is it? Just so we can answer the ridiculous questions like how many eggs could you boil from a nuke? Where the person in the book was banned from accessing university supercomputer after requesting several thousand times to calculate the internal strength of steak falling through the atmosphere in order to determine if it could be cooked while in re-entry. I mean, this sounds like the type of stuff we need. Like, and honestly, it's not hard to see how that could be applied to humans, right? Like, how well cooked will a human be after they fall in from and I think more to the point, what type of insulation is then needed, right? That's where that question's actually going. Should we put a swivel on the bottom? Swivel. Pop that there and that there and pull this down. Okay, what do we got? 3.6. That's already nearly good enough. And a to weight ratio of 1.5. Like, what? Are we just gonna go with that? Is that enough? Surely not. Hey, you know I was using those hard points earlier. Let's use those hard points. I really like the look of them. They also look really impractical. Like, look at that. What? They just got that nice. You know how like swept wings looked cool because they're like all swept and stuff. Yeah, like it's the same look. It's the same look, same energy. Thumper. This is too much now, right? Too much. I mean, I'm still gonna take it because what? Who even knows of too much? Isn't there an answer to that question? You'd burn the outside of the steak and the inside would be pretty raw, just like Pittsburgh raw. Oh, okay. Alright, so the actual answer is it's either ripped apart from the G-forces or not enough forces to build up enough heat to cook it. Alright. Today we learn. So, what I'm hearing is there is an angle that humans could re-enter by. If you can't cook a steak, you can't cook a human. Things to be tested. Anyway, save it. What am I missing? What's wrong here? There's got to be something wrong, and I don't know what it is. Oh, okay, all right. I figured one of them out. You know what? I'm just looking at a craft, being like, it looks too good. There's something wrong. This isn't coming. Well, I mean, it's coming back to something that's already got parachutes attached, so I think we're all good. I mean, like, yes, you could light up the moon from the Earth's surface, but you couldn't, like... So you know how people are saying about how you can put, like, advertisement on the moon with lasers? No. Even lasers dissipate over a distance, right? Diffraction just happens. You cannot help it. Diffraction might not quite be the right thing. But, like, it's not just, like... the most pure and pristine vacuum between here and the moon. There's all sorts of dust and all sorts of stuff between here and there. There's even gas molecules between here and there, and that will deflect all your light, right? But there's nothing stopping you adding more light to the moon's surface. You know, if you wanted to turn the whole thing red, if Coca-Cola were like, yeah, red's our color and everybody knows it, and turns the moon red, then you could probably do that. But I don't think you're going to write the words Coca-Cola on it. In order to make it shine brighter by 1%, you would need 25 light beams from Las Vegas. I mean, 25 of those searchlights isn't actually that much. That's like human scale doable, right? That's a thing that we could do if we so chose. Why is now this not creaming through the electric charge? The other one absolutely ransacked its way through our electric charge. This one, I feel like we can wait. This is why you always have to build the pencil rockets. They're just too efficient. Doesn't matter what else you want to try and do. Pencil rocket. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Did I set that thing as my target? I sure hope so. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. How many G's are we taking off out here? Woo! Hard points. Do you reckon auto strut would work there? Space tape was the thing that was wrong, not solar panels. Space tape. You know what? We could probably... Oh, that was the wrong thing. I was like, I got parachutes on there. Back to vehicle assembly. Now, do we use auto struts or do we space tape? I think I'm going to space. I like. I can't believe I'm about to use this term, but I know it's wrong. The physical connections of space tape, right? The strut connectors. Can you go? Thank you. I mean, you can right click, auto strut. You know that is a thing that can be done, but I like being able to see this. Maybe I'm just a traditionalist. That's just one. What is this? We need more than one. 4. Okay, great. 4. Now I'm going to pick this one up as well and go 4. 4. Alright. That's going to be much more stable. Probably. Can we make it actually more stable? Hooray for fins. Alright, save it, launch it. What would happen if you cover the entirety of the Siberian Peninsula with those light beams? I mean, I think the real question is, how many light beams do you need to be pointing at the moon to be able to melt the top surface of it? I think that's the real question we need to be asking here. The answer would be you would consume the world's supply of fossil fuel in 3 minutes, set fire to the atmosphere, and start vaporizing the surface of the moon, pushing it out of orbit. Well, I mean, like if you do vaporize that top level of moon, there will be a lot of outgassing, like a lot of outgassing. Sets target. There is no way to not, right? Hot stuff spews hot gases. That be the way of things, Joe. That's my physics education for you there. Gonna go half throttle. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we actually have stable flight. Stable flight has been achieved. I shouldn't say that. There's too early in the flight to say that. We need to get up to, let's go to surface. If we can get over 330 meters per second, then we can say that stable flight has been achieved. But as you can see, we got a bit of wobble going. We got a bit of shake going. So I'm not feeling incredibly cool about it. Ooh, yeah. Look at that middle bit go. Can I don't know if I want to do it now while it's shaking around because it will like lock it in a weird position. I definitely should have turned down the strength of those solid boosters. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yes, stop. Oh, that was great. Did you see that? Did you see that? Stop. Actually, stop. that was amazing. All right. I guess we're just gonna make a small little attachment like that. Go on. Nice. That's really nice. They're just gonna drift away. I wonder why they went backwards. Because like we'd stopped. There was no pressure going on. What is that? Additional question that was asked: what would a mole of moles look like? Wouldn't it like collapse into a black hole because a mole is just like too much of anything, right? You know, like a mole of hydrogen weighs a gram. Do you know how much hydrogen you'd have to get together to make a gram? Like, woo. So it's actually defined by carbon-12. You need 12 grams of carbon-12 to have a mole of carbon-12. But it's like, it's Avogadro's number. Like, oh man, I used to know this. No, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's a big number. It's a big number anyway. Does my calculator tell me? I've got my calculator on my desk here. Let's see if it's... No, I can't. But if you just search up Avogadro's number, you'll get this. No, you know, in the scale of big numbers, it's nothing, right? It's not Graham's number. It's not Googleplex. It's nothing like that. It wouldn't collapse into a black hole, but it would be an Earth-sized object with its own gravitational field and a molten core made out of blood. Yeah. Or at least the iron that was in the blood, right? Surface target retrograde. We should be able to now start speeding up to catch up with this guy. So the question I've got, I was reading some horror story about, you know, general AIs and stuff like that. Also at the same, did you hear about the AI that can play Minecraft? Not the one that can put fences around the llama and like fight the Ender Dragon when it's stuck in place. That was last week's AI. Have you seen this week's AI? Where it literally, you go find diamonds and it'll go punch a tree down first and make a crafting bench and then dig underground and find some iron to be able to dig the diamond. Have you seen that AI? Woo! But anyway, do you think... But so for that to be able to understand what you were asking, they is it GAN, the natural language processing unit? It was Google OpenAI, of course. But yeah, so they plugged GAN into it, so for it to be able to understand. So in the future, when we start making more and more general AIs, do you think it's actually going to be like this single system that someone puts together and it works it all out itself? Or do you reckon the first one is going to be a human going, no, you've got to use this system, like how to understand the language. You've got to use this system. And it's going to be separate systems on separate servers that we didn't realise had got quite as smart as it had. I feel like that is going to be a thing at some point in the future. Yeah, there's no way we're going to just make a singular monolithic AI. It's just not going to happen. Well, I mean, it will happen eventually, but that's not the first way it's going to happen. We're going to make this horrific suffering thing that's just made out of parts, right? Think Frankenstein, yeah. Yeah, I worry about that. Okay, let's see if I can't push these two trajectories closer together. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that number going down there. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. We're going to be able to catch this. And then get back on with the actual mission that we're supposed to be doing. For those of you that don't remember, we're going to the moon. There's a station around the moon that wants some crew. But whilst doing that, we flew past a piece of junk that I took a look at. And I went, oh, wait, we can get that home right now. And so I'm going to try and get that home right now. Don't put off something that you can do straight away. All right, that's a productivity tip for anybody who's got ADHD out there. if you feel like you can get it done, just go get it done because you won't do it later. Okay, we're coming in on the target at about 300 meters per second. That's nice and easy to deal with. Is that still my boosters back there? Where's my boosters? Yeah, those are still my boosters back there. It's cool that they're going into the atmosphere. 4 kilometers away. Just try and bring us down to about 100 meters per second, something like that. I don't really want to come screaming in at several hundred meters per second. Like that leads to troubles of overshooting and stuff. You've all seen me do it lots. No. Lots. No, retrograde, my friend. Let it spin, let it spin, let it spin, and go. Okay, I think we're good. In fact, so good that I'm probably going to separate my 2 craft at this point. Yeah. Going to separate these 2 craft at this point. Thankfully, these are 2 separate craft that can go about their business in 2 separate ways. Not you. We're going to go retrograde first. You know what? I'm going to do a quick save. This guy can just sit here. It doesn't matter what this guy's doing. Are we on a timer? No, it's got a solar panel that can face outside. We're not going to be facing at the sun, so like the sun's over there somewhere. Look at the moon. It's got to be over there somewhere, so the solar panel will be fine. So I'm just going to leave that like that. Now what would... Oh no, look, I was supposed to pop this in the atmosphere orbit. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, this is going to be really bad. Undock. Oh, look at that space junk. I'm trying to stop the space junk. Okay, let's we got you over there. I want the target, thanks very much. I also want to blocked. So if you want to know more about the Google AI, 2 Minute Papers is a control from there. Is a thing that I follow, a channel that I follow. So this currently thinks I'm looking away, which technically I am. No, we ran out of electric charge. Well, all right, it's fine. I mean, this was kind of something we're doing. It's time for Apollo / obscure reference to gloat and be like, told ya. Let's see, how far we got to go? Not too far. Hopefully we're not gonna just... Okay, that looks like sun... Yeah, there's sunset over there. Sunrise, sorry. Over there. I probably should swap from this to like Freeview. It's a little less nauseating. Just a little bit. The long-term theory is that we will crack what we want out of when we figure out that AI can make a decision on which other algorithm it's supposed to be using in order to best solve the issue. Yeah, totally. I hear what you say. When I feel like we're building a bunch of subsystems for the true AI to use at some point. You know, we're building this thing that the actual AI is going to go, all right, now I need to use GAN. Now I need to use the image processing. Now I need to use this, that, and the other. Right? Like I feel like that's what's actually being made. At the moment, obviously, like in the future, it's going to be a point where like we will be making the other. Where? It's not you. Where is it? It's definitely not that one. Oh, there it is. Okay, turn and face. You might know this is the loud, lazy method of docking, but I mean, we've all been doing it since way before him. I remember following the Scott Manley tutorials on how to dock, and he was all like, make this line up perfectly, look at the same place and stuff like that. And it didn't take long of having Kerbals on board for me to go, wait. I can't get more central, unfortunately. I may have been using too large Too large a horn. That's the problem. Too large of a horn. I also want to... I mean, I think I am anyway, but I want to... No, not inline reaction wheel. There we go. Clampatron. Set that as target. So if I get really close in on the nav ball... Orbit, chase, locked. So the reason that I like locked view is the orientation is the same as the way your nav ball is pointing, and then you can start just actually thinking about how you're floating around. And try and keep orientations matched up. That's one of the big problems. We are making a multicellular AI. My TJ Land Gaming, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you again. I hope you've had a good week since I last saw you. Alright, we docked. Okay, that was good. That was a bit of scrappy flying at the end there. But that's fine. My engines are totally pointed at that. Whatever. Orbit. We're going to go retrograde. We're going to pop parachutes and pop the engines at the same time, I guess. Noisy engines. Yeah, I thought this might be the case. Alright, let's go RCS instead then. That's a bit of shame. That is a real shame. Oh, we're going to lose electric charge at some point. We've popped the parachutes. That's the important part there. I need to set this spinning so that we don't run out of power. Okay, right now I want to see what our... Oh, look, we're coming in over there. That's good. That's good. You're terrible at docking. Docking takes practice. It really does take practice. You need to learn some of like the real big time saves, like how to point at the same place and things like that. But once you got that, it really is just coming down to doing that again and again and again until it's second nature, right? Say with most things that humans do. Can we go prograde and still... let's try it. Let's try it. Look at my map. Hopefully... we want to land this right next to the KSC, right? I also doubt that we're going to make it that well, but we'll try. That's half the planet of deorbiting now. It's not going to happen like that, but we're going to try anyway. We're going to try anyway. Let's go. I'm talking about in spaceflight system. Yeah, I mean, docking's docking, right? If you have RCS, a clamp, you also deployed the parachute. I did indeed deploy the parachute. I'm okay with a deployed parachute. We're going to want to go further around then, aren't we? Yeah, alright, I see your point. Took me a second, but yeah. Okay, let's try that. Let's see if that's parachute time. It's parachute time. Alright, so there's a few outcomes that could happen here. Burn up horrifically, explode everywhere. I'm giving that about 50-50 odds. Land nicely at the KSC, get a 98% money back. Everybody calls me the best Kerbal player in the world. I give that about 20% chance of happening. We've got a 68% chance of survival from ZTech. That's good. That's good. Spaceflight system does not have built-in RSS. The reaction control system, yeah. How do you point in the right direction? What's the fine tuning there? Talking of fine tuning, this is just going to explode. There's no way this is not going to explode. Okay, we're gonna time accelerate. We're already in the atmosphere. Did you guys think we were in the atmosphere? I didn't think we were in the atmosphere already. Let's go this one. Okay, we're gonna try and enter at this sort of act. No. Times 4 is not the time to be making small adjustments like this. There we go. The angle was shallow, you'll be through. No. So reaction control system is the thruster system. That a lot of real life systems use. The Dragon's got some. The space shuttle. They called them orbital maneuvering thrusters, but it was the same thing. They had a cold gas that they threw out of a nozzle, and the expanding gas sped it up. Bernoulli. And a whole bunch of cool stuff happens to push the rocket in the other direction. Newton's second, Newton's third. There's equal and opposite reactions. I can never remember, like, everything that I do in my first year of physics was Newton's laws, first, second, and third. I still couldn't tell you which one's which. You're right. Like, and one of is it the second or the third? That is just basically saying, hey, reference frames are a thing. But yeah. Fun fact: the dev of spaceflight for Sims, I believe he was 17 when he created the game. I have every faith, especially when it comes to coding and science and stuff like that, that the people who are in the middle of learning it are the ones that are making the best stuff, right? It's believe it or not, the same with doctors, right? The doctors coming out of med school are generally the ones who are more likely to diagnose your weird disease than 20, 30-year-old been in a doctor for 20 or 30 years, because they're just going to diagnose the thing they've seen all the time, right? It took you until now to realise the experiments at school science fairs where you sit on a swivel chair and they give you a spinning bicycle wheel is just the SAS unit. It's true. If you click on here, it's the reaction wheels, right? I tell you what, I do wish that this game came with saturationable. Because like there's supposed to be a gyroscope in there, and it's getting faster and faster and faster as it's trying to fight against like all the forces that happen. It twists and does weird. People do some very clever things with gyros to try and keep you stable. But there's only so much you can do. You get to a point where you have to fire your thrusters and to counteract you spinning down your reaction wheels. It's a well-known thing you have to do in space. I don't know whether to call it a problem or just something you have to bear in mind. We're gonna tumble. We're about halfway through our electric charge, and we are gonna end up tumbling. We're gonna have some troubles. It'd be nice to put a whole bunch of thermocouples on the outside. Maybe not thermocouple. What's the name of the plates? There's two plates. They work like thermocouples anyway. And then take the electricity from the heat difference inside and out and use that to power my gyros, right? That'd be great. Why aren't we doing more stuff like that? Couldn't you do it with a really long pole and a mass at the end that you can stand away? Yeah, actually, yeah, that's totally... So one of the things, was it yo-yo stabilization? It's called. So when people launch rockets, there's a lot of spin stabilization that's involved in getting things up through the atmosphere and stuff like that, right? But this then means that you've got a satellite that is like spinning crazily, and if you want it to go to geostationary orbit and look at a certain point of the planet, it needs to not be spinning, right? So the way they do that is they have these like masses on the end of long strings, and they let these strings wind out. And obviously, we've all seen the experiment of the person swiveling on the chair, and they pull their arms in and push their arms out, and they go faster with their arms in and slower with their arms out. I hope you've seen that. If not, get on your chair, turn round, find something heavy to hold in your hands, and when you put your hands out far, you'll slow down. And the same thing happens on space on satellites. They have these what are called yo-yos, but they're just like lumps of metal on the end of some cable. And when the right amount of angular momentum has been passed off to these yo-yos, they cut the cords loose. And they go like spinning off into space, which like just sounds like a horrific idea if you're talking about like Kessler syndrome and stuff like that, but it's good. Hey Cubic, how you doing? When you don't have enough swivel space to swivel your chair 360. Dude, that's sad. I feel bad for you. But yeah, give it a go. It's great fun. Anywhere that you have like room to spin in a circle, And like, imagine like spinning a bucket around, yeah, and how you can go quite slow outside, but you got to go really fast inside. I suppose that's also the function of the size of the circle. No, yeah, no, that's exactly because even angular momentum, you need to know the distance of the mass from the bit that's spinning, right, from the axis. How are you not burning up in the atmosphere? Right now, I don't know. Right now, I feel like I should be. But I'm fine. We're going to take it. I would like my parachutes to pop at some point. Let's do this. Try and slow down as much as we can. Let's see if we can like just burn through our monoprop before the electric charge dies. Oh, I can't. Oh, look, we've lost no crew control. We're in plasma. We're in too much plasma. It can't do it. Can't do it. We're going to lose electric charge as well. Hopefully, that doesn't stop the parachutes deploying. Have you played Dyson Sphere Project? Not enough. I've played it for like an hour and a half, something like that, which, as with all these factory games, it's just not. It's not. You need to be playing it for like 10, 20 hours, right? Minimum to even know what you're doing in the game. 7. Oh, we got control. We got control. Quick, slow down. Slow down. We gotta get as slow as we can, as quick as we can. You know. Or are we going to run out of monoprop or electricity first? Make your votes now. Make your votes now. My money's actually on the monoprop. Look how quick it's going down. Look how quick. Double the speed of the electric charge. I think we're good. I think we're about to run out. And there we go. That's the maximum slowdown we could do. That's the maximum slowdown we could do. Our fate is now in the hands of the bit gods, the bit lords. I don't feel good about this. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Don't point the pointy end towards the prograde. That is some death there. That is some death. One and a half kilometers per second. The plasma is. Can I press C and look? No, I can't. I can't look at the Kerbal's empty seat. That's a shame. I was kind of hoping that would be the case. I'm surprised. I was expecting more explosions. If I'm to be honest with you, I was expecting more explosions. Death, doom, destruction. Maybe not death, but doom and destruction. We're spinning slowly in circles. That's nice. Yeah, angular momentum's weird, right? So you need to figure out like where the central line is. Down the middle, and then figure out how far away each bit of the mass is. You can imagine like chopping this up into lots of little cubes and stuff. We won't talk about how integration works, but you can imagine chopping this up into little. I would go with little circles right around the central bit, and then figure out the mass at all the different. Because it's a circle, right? The mass will be the same all the way around, right? Obviously, it's different back here, but you're approximating calculus. You're approximating calculus a lot. And it still works. That's the crazy thing. It still works. Everyone knows the cow is just a sphere. Have you seen the pictures of the spherical birds? They've been in the physics memes a lot. I follow physics, maths, and engineering memes on Reddit. They're hilarious. They're all just like picking on each other, right? Which is ridiculous because we all have utmost respect for what each other does, right? No physicist could be an engineer. No engineer could be a mathematician, right? Like, no physicist wants to be a mathematician. Like, oh, I just wanted to know how things work. What do you mean I need to work out all this math stuff? Okay, we got no control, no power, no nothing. I'm hoping that these are going to open up. All right, we're good. We're good. Yeah, mathematicians want to be too precise and they'll never get a real answer, right? You know? This is hang about this. Let's hide that away. Well, look at that. That is a. Let's get a screenshot, guys. Yeah. Turn the overlay back off. Oh, should never touch down at 4 times speed. Oh, things tend to blow up. Hey, we brought one of our possible earliest crafts back. Look at that. Recovery, my friends. Recovery. We just need to agree that pi is just not infinite anymore. I mean, there's plenty of approximate. What was it? 71 over 255 or something like that. I can't remember the exact numbers. It might have even been 17 over 33. It's close enough to work with. Like, honestly, if you're not working at, like, the radius of the universe, 4 digits are fine. Like, yeah, say we're trying to work out the circumference of a car tire. If you go past, like, 3 or 4 digits, I don't know exactly how many, but it's not that many. You start running into the problem of, like, how do you even measure the circumference when you're talking about the tread of the tire as well. You know, you run into all these problems very quickly when you want a lot. I've got a dead pixel on my screen. I thought that was a planet I could see, but it's not. It moves with me. That's very sad. Very, very sad. All right, we got stuff that we're actually doing. Should we go see about the stuff that we're actually doing? I feel like we could go do the stuff we're actually doing. 7 views, 7 likes, dudes. That's amazing. Oh, 8 views, 7 likes. In Space Spikes Off, the only meme is BP Please. What's BP Please? I mean, I presume you're not talking about British Petroleum. You're not like, British Petroleum, please. Of course, they don't like being called that anymore because, well, the British monarchy don't like BP being called that because they're not associated with Britain anymore. They're just their own company. But a blueprint, please. Yeah, totally. I mean, that's like asking for the craft fire, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. We good. In we come. So, our target's over there. We can see it. Hello. How you doing? I am going to, I'm just going to say, hey, can we warp here? Yeah, we want to orbit. We want to point retrograde. Actually, let's stop somewhere about here. Because what I actually want to do is burn my orbit to be... Let's come from here. Add a maneuver. I want to get down equatorial. So we pull that down like that. And then, crazily enough, I want to smash into the surface of the planet. I know, seems weird, but I got a booster on board that I need to get rid of, right? That's a problem right there. Let's pull this. Can we do this? Do we have what it takes to be able to crash? Yeah, look at that. All right, great. Yeah, all right. I like that. We're gonna pull that back up. Maybe we're gonna save ourselves from. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Can we get these two matching up? And then I could just kind of do a weird suicide burn. I bet we can. Let's do it. Click that. Click this. I'm going to be using this weird scale down here again because it's probably going to be the best way to bring these together. No, that's not right. 34, 32, 31. I mean, what do we want to actually call as close here? I mean, 20 or 30 kilometers is pretty close. Okay, I think that's the closest I get and still destroy my booster. Yeah. Let's do that. BP Please is the most annoying thing ever. People always want to see what you've done, right? It's why the Kerbal... Do I have no control? What's going on? Oh, we're time warping still. Ah, man, this keeps happening. Yeah, I mean, why they're like... Because this is a long-term game, my friend. Welcome. We've been playing this game for 9 years. Let's call it 10 years in-game. Been playing on stream about 2 years, I would say. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. We are currently in the middle of a crew rotation. Yep. So, like... I have played this game many times, many times. Is this a modded file? I mean, technically, yes. I've got the camera tools on there. I suppose technically I've got Vessel Mover, but I don't use it on this save. I got like Astrogator, but I've got no modded parts. If you don't clout the DLC, because obviously I've got the DLCs. But yeah, mostly this is not a modded. Oh, and texture replacer, of course, texture replacer. But it's just quality of life stuff. Just quality of life stuff. Almost all in fact, all the parts. That's not true. I've got ScanSat. That is a modded set of parts. Why? Well, oh, Sphere of Influence changed. Be gone with you. We don't care anymore. We, of course, make ample use of the alarm clock up here, to the point where we have now known that 10 years into the future, the alarm clock cannot give you a transfer window. You go and do it, and it gives you literally 6 months out, which, as I'm sure you can imagine, it's not what you want. This is not what you want. So we've done things like put a satellite in orbit around Kerbal, whose sole job is to set out... what's the word I'm looking for? Set out new maneuver nodes for it. Is KSP a one-time purchase? Yeah, I mean, there are two DLC, which then cost an additional... But yeah, the game itself, one time, no... Nothing really to worry about. Alright. I want to look along my... let's go pro grade. We're gonna... No, we want to go pro grade so that my craft is sped up, alright? Because we're going to get shot down the line and go faster. But the booster gets slowed down and hopefully crashes into the moon more. Yeah, I don't know how much Kerbal is right now. Yeah, no, I don't actually know. I didn't. Wait. No, I've done this wrong. No, we are good. We are good. Wait, stop. The maneuver node confused me for a second. I do apologise. I was trying to turn back when there was no need to. All right, let's check and see whether this is the right stage to be dropping. It is indeed the right stage to be dropping. 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. We are in control at the front here. This is going to be quite the mission, all right? So hello? Oh, Ninook. There we go. Set as target. We're going to try and match these two up. We need to be just, like, cruising through. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to watch my booster. Quick save. Let's watch my booster. Let's do that now. No nearby controllables. I take exception to that. Now I've got to, like, zoom in close enough on my craft to be able to be separate. You. Bang zoom debris. Switch to. Okay, let's go say hello to the moon, right? We're gonna rewind back to this point in time after we've watched this collision with the moon. I kind of like watching... Look at the bang zoom disappear there. So at some point we might even watch... Yeah, look at it. It's coming up. There. This is my target. Where is it? Hello target. Are you there? This is what we need to try and match up with. I was totally expecting it to be right here. Oh, there it is. Nanook Station. That and that need to meet. That's what we're doing. 60 USD with the DLC and 40 USD without, although in sale it goes down to... see, now I picked it up. 40 euros, okay, $40. Yeah, that's not too bad, but it's... Yeah. The possibility of seismic sciences would be amazing, all right? I'm totally about that. Well, here we go. Ignore that one exploding in the background. That was not a thing. Oh, look at these craters. Aren't they great? There's Minook. F9. Yeah, so they did add the... Yeah, if you had a seismic station on the surface of the moon and you crash close enough to it, I believe you can. Oh, yeah, all right. We are here. We are here. Okay, so we got a maneuver node up the front there. I would like to edit my maneuver node. Can we, please? This thing, thanks. Because I want to get these two close together. 12 kilometers is pretty close, to be fair. But I reckon we can get closer than 12. Oh, not that much closer. 8.4. We go up and down. 11. 5, 3, 0.7. I'll take it. That's good. That's more exact than I'm going to be able to actually make the maneuver. So I will just take it as is. 51 seconds to go. Means I cannot even time warp there to make it faster. Because I'll blast past it if I do. I'm going to try times 5. Let's see if we get a tiny burn. I'm probably going to stop a couple of seconds short and do the burn slowly. Go. Maybe. You know what? I'll just take that. Let's see what we got up ahead. 0.9. Sounds amazing. I'm going to switch over to target mode. We're going to retrograde ourselves. And going to drop down to the surface. Let's wait and see. Okay, there it is. Time warp complete. I don't know. I mean, we're nearly a kilometer a second. I think we can do this though. I think we can do it. Of course, like it's currently coming at us, or like orthogonally at us. Like, look at that. And we're eventually it's gonna turn, and we're also gonna turn with it. So our speeds are gonna align just a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried because obviously I bought Kerbal back when it was early access. I bought it for like 12 quid, something crazy like that. I'm a little bit worried about how expensive Kerbal 2 is going to be when it pops out, right? Now, it doesn't matter. It could be a full 60 quid release, and I'm probably going to buy it because I've been playing this game for like 10 years now, something like that. But yeah, I would very much prefer not to, but you know, that's the thing. You think KSP is going to be a 60? Yeah, we'll see. The problem is it was too successful, right? But I don't think it was successful enough for it to be a 60 quid game. That said, everybody who's interested in it is really interested in it, you know? See if we can't just bring these. Nah, distance is drifting. Distance be drifting, yo. Let's get a little closer. I never know how close I want to be before I start just like full slowing down. Can we see it yet? There it is. Still like 40 kilometers away. I kind of find this view a little bit more elucidating at the moment. It gives me a little bit more information on what's going on. Obviously, when I get a certain distance away, I like to swap to the other view because it looks better. It makes me feel like I'm more in control rather than just following some predetermined path. But don't get me wrong, I'm totally following a predetermined path here. Something like that. You see how all this just lines up right there? I'm going to take that for the moment. They could also shoot for the stars and ask for 80. I mean, they could do though. That's the thing. Like, their sales will suffer. I almost guarantee it. Like most people that are into games like this, like these long form simulation games, are not people with eat my entire life jobs, right? Like, I know I couldn't do this if I was working 40 hours a week. Not a chance. Well, I suppose I could do my streams. Am I gonna blast past this again? I think I'm gonna blast past it again. We'll find out. Is that? Oh, that's my debris down. No, stop. I just wanted to check the name. Don't do that. Lol. It's alright, so I can slow it down. Alright, bye Minnow. I do this. This is obviously my alignment, right? This is how I line up. You could do the KSP war game. I think I probably will in KSP 2, to be fair. Try and organise enough people together. Wow, I really overshot this one. To be fair, those seconds that I pointed in the wrong direction, valuable seconds that I wasted. Okay, now we should be headed directly back at it. Are we back in orbit? I'm a little bit worried that we weren't in orbit for a while. We had some explosions earlier. We had a crash into the Mun with a... Where's my booster? Did my booster crash already? It could have happened. Could have happened. It's out there somewhere. And we're now trying to meet up with the station. Now, I mean, if you're doing a 40-hour job, you just spent an hour making a craft and sent it to a guy who could do all their other things for you. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Have you seen Lunar Multiplayer? I have indeed seen Lunar Multiplayer. Me and my very good friend ZTech in there did a bunch of tests with Lunar Multiplayer. Turns out that it's not very precise at tracking your positions. So if you wanted to swap craft or do something like that, you would get a Kerbal out, you'd float over towards it, and suddenly the craft that you were aiming for would jump towards you 10 meters and kill your Kerbal. Stuff like that, you know. Like, if you want to do a race, Lunar Multiplayer is amazing. But if you want to do like precise multi-person docking, it's not the winner. It's not the winner. What is this? How do I do this every time? Orbit. I mean, it's not going to get thrown away fast enough to actually crash, is it? I mean, that's a shame. That is a big shame. You see this over here? Can I click it? Yeah, set as target. That's the one we're gonna. That's the one we're gonna dock onto. Let's do it. Surface target. Okay. Turns out I need to go this way. Have I just noticed that this doesn't have any RCS? Wait. Okay, we have some. Okay, that's. Whew, I was a little bit worried then. I was like, how am I gonna do my precision docking? But yeah. Okay, that's fine. I was worried. What did we use for Robot Wars? That was Dark Multiplayer. It could have been Lunar Multiplayer. There was some very fun time. We should do another Kerbal Wars at some point. Who actually has access to the Breaking Ground DLC? Who has robot parts? I should actually put a video out, and then people who can will. That was good fun. That was a lot of fun. Like, I really enjoyed myself doing that. Orbital chase locked. Yeah, maybe we should do another Kerbal Wars at some point. Make some robots. Make an arena. Make each other. Can mining be a good source of money on KSP? Exploring the good points on Kerbal. I don't know. I have thought about this myself a few times though. Like, could you just go out with a craft that's covered in ore tanks, fill them up, and then recover them, or take the tanks back, drop the tanks off, recover those tanks, and then pick up new tanks? Right? You don't need to have a new craft all the time. But yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying. I would also like to try that at some point. Okay, we are coming in for La Dock. Looks like we've got a bit of distance to go. Let's double the speed here. Let's drift a little bit closer. Test it on a cheated career save. Please do. Let me know. I'm always interested. Okay, I'll tell you what I do need to do though is come over to this, figure out that it's this one, and retract that solar panel. I think we're going for this one, so if I extend this one. Okay. Oh look, my lights are on the craft over there. That's nice. I feel like I need to go down so that I can orientate myself well with the craft. Oh, if you're mining for money, you should convert the ore to monoprop. It's the best-selling ore. I did not know that. One of the reasons I absolutely love doing these streams, the true experts come out, the people that aren't just trying to entertain, right? You know, I might even reline for this if this... Yeah, this isn't going to go around. Oh, let's do it. I've turned my SAS off, so we should just let the magnets clip. All right, nice. Is that going to wobble us to death? Going to wobble us to death? Let's transfer. Oh, did that give us the contract, or is that not good enough? Boom. Okay, cool. I guess we're just going to bring them back, because I have no reason to have these people out here. And we've got ourselves 10 minutes to bring them back, so let's do it. I kind of do want to just leave it. This scientist is going to be left here. Let's transfer. I've lost the transfer button. Transfer to there. Okay, cool. And then at some point, we'll be back. And we will do a landing mission for that scientist. And grab some science and also level them up a bit. Because that's what we actually need to do with them. Add maneuver. Let's fly home. Now, am I going to be able to pinpoint a landing? If I really, really tried, we probably could. If I really, really tried, we probably could. Something like that. Is that... Oh, that's too far. There we go. Like that. Alright. Awesome. Doesn't the lab produce science on its own? No, unfortunately, it only produces science from the stuff that you find. Let's just drift a little bit. Okay, 26 minutes. Go. Goodbye. I should close this window down. People don't need to see that. What are you? Oh, that's the nose cone. That's the nose cone. Well, there's Eve behind Kerbal over there. Look at that. Nice. All right, 3, 2, 1. 2.5 go. It's gonna take us a while. I don't know why, but I remember it producing science on its own if in low orbit. I mean, that would be nice. That would be very tasty. But I mean, also infinite. Oh, goodbye. Didn't even think about making sure we didn't crash into that. Okay, we are changing our speed immensely. I wonder if there's a more fuel efficient way of doing this by oh, no, that's not the button I wanted. By extending our orbit actually up this way to just be outside the sphere of influence. I know we're going backwards. Because then you can think about it as like a well around here, right? There's a little dip here, and there's a bigger dip round Kerbal. In fact, the big dip comes out here, and then the moon makes a little dip in that big dip, right? So all you need to do is be able to push yourself up and over that one dip to then fall into the next dip. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so are we going to be able to bring these guys straight back home, or is there going to be some horrors that means we actually need to do several other things to make it work? I don't know. Periapsis of 133. I guess we can bring ourselves down just a little bit from that. Everybody's favourite monular orbit. What's the word I'm looking for? Atmo braking. Yeah, it is atmo brake. I don't know why, but that doesn't sound right. Atmospheric braking doesn't sound right in my head. I think my favourite's probably about 55. Let's go with that. I hopefully won't burn up and die in that. If my extremely small understanding of orbital mechanics is correct, the closer to the moon you are for that burn, the more efficient you are. Okay, yeah. But I'm wondering, so you do your really low burn, and traditionally, let's go back to the moon. Traditionally, I burn here. Technically, I burn this side to push my apoapsis up, so that I'm going backwards relative to the moon. Right, so that's why I'm slowing down, because the moon goes round in one speed and I'm trying to slow down. But that's like scrub tier classical mechanics thinking, right? Can I apply a bit of more extra thoughts about how the gravitational field is around it. Now I know it's Keplerian mechanics, it's not Lagrangians and stuff like that, but could I use that to figure out a new way? Is that a thing? Oh yeah, all the rover parts are just left on the floor. That's all that is. Things to think about. If I ever, well, I mean I will ever, but when I'm good enough at no. No, you know when you just like warp here, but actually you've just clicked on Switchcraft. I should be able to figure it out at some point. Like, at some point, I will realise that is the mathematics that I'm doing. Incidentally, this craft is waiting to go to Moho. If anybody wants to know what's going on, 37 days. Go to Moho. Go to Moho. I don't know if we're out of electric yet. Yeah, we're totally facing the wrong way. Hopefully, in 37 days, we can turn this bad boy around, because it's got nothing to turn it. I mean, if nothing else, I'll go and crash into it. Bang zoom, switch 2. Yeah, when I find myself in that position, and I go, well, I need some practice anyway, let's work it out for Kerbal. That's what I will do. Okay, we're going to crash our way down into the atmosphere. Let's do it. I don't think we're going to stop in one pass, though I've got enough fuel for us to be able to stop in one pass. If I really wanted us to... That's the moon. There's Kerbal. Hello. Eve. What's this down here? Do you guys see that? What is that? It's not selecting. I don't know why. It's not part of my screen. It's moving. Retrograde. Okay, auto warp complete. We have electric charge here. We are at electric charge here. That's fine. I am fine with that, yo. I am fine. Really need to come and get single seat at some point. It was supposed to be caught by a craft and ended up not being that easy. Can I have some electric charge? Ooh, this is an LV909. It doesn't produce electric charge. Okay, then. I'm just going to enter the atmosphere, and then I'm just going to start burning, and we're just going to slow down. That's all that's going to happen here. I'm just going to burn through, because I've got no pointing authority. I suppose I could use my RCS, but I've got no pointing authority, so I'm not gonna. Oh, look, we're already getting hot as well. 3 kilometers. 3 kilometers. It looks hot. I've got to be honest. It looks hot. I think we're gonna be fine, though. I think we're gonna be fine. I waited till I entered the atmosphere so that we aren't actually changing my periapsis all that much. Where's my my orbital information here? Trying to get the apoapsis down below 70 kilometers. All right, now that's what we're trying to do. Yes, Ed. Yeah, exactly that. He's gone through the Mobile Processing Lab wiki page. I think that's what he just typed out there. At what point do I go, all right, that's far enough? I think next time round. See this cross going round? That's because I go back out of the atmosphere and back in. If we can get that. Oh, trajectories is another mod I have installed. I should point that out. That's what this cross is. It's from the trajectories mod. Okay. Can I point downwards and change my downwards being south? Obviously, I feel like I'm gonna blow up if I do that. Let's not. Let's just let it drift. Let's let it drift. Hopefully, I'll be able to just like pinpoint my landing on the way. Trajectories have to be one of my favorite mods of all time. So it used to be Kerbal Alarm Clock. I was like, Kerbal Alarm Clock is the one that you want to help you in your gameplay. And now I'm like, well, we got Kerbal Alarm Clock in the game now. Trajectories is the one. Okay, so far so good. We're about to start going back up again. Okay, crazy. Crazy. We've hit periapsis. And we're going back up. About to run out. Oh, wait. Where's my... Literally no solar panels on this thing. Who designed this? There's one. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Solar panels charging. Okay, we should be able to survive now. As long as I can keep a solar panel pointed at the sun, I have every confidence. Kerbal Engineer is... I actually do rate Kerbal Engineer a lot. Apart from when I'm on my weird size monitor. So I've got a weird size monitor here. And I've got Kerbal Engineer. And I used to use the HUD all the time. Here we go. Boom, boom. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? Right, this is all in the wrong place. And I don't think you can change it from here. Maybe we need to change, like, just turn off HUD 1. And then use this one. Maybe we'll change this up at some point. But obviously you got all these other things that you can see up the corner there. There's a lot of information to be got from the Kerbal Engineer. Honestly, too much. Honestly, it's too much. Like if I was doing a real serious mission, which I have, all the time, which I had one all the time, then I do need that much information. But most of the time, I'm just mucking about, telling you guys what I've been up to at the week. You know, that one can't quite. Yeah, see, now it gets in the way of that. I'm just gonna turn it off. Especially as the game gives you most of the information you need now. Oh no, look who! When you have selected edit on the HUDs, click and drag the actual HUDs themselves. So really? You kidding me? Edit. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Today I learned. Thank you so much. Oh, look who it is. Oh, that's great. Maybe we'll put these over here then. I mean, that... Yeah. Yeah, I can get that. I can get into that. We'll bring that back at some point. Oh yeah, look at that. That's really good. I feel like you would need to perform a full Apollo-style mission, all from the inside of the spacecraft in VR. If I had a VR setup, I would be up for that. I would make that video. I'm tempted to do an all IVA mission. You know, I know how to fly to the moon. I can fly to the moon. That's no problem. Let's go a little faster here. This is taking too long. This is taking too long. Okay, we've had a good change of camera angle. That's always good. Oh wait, while we're up nice and high here. Wait. Whilst we're up nice and high here, we can look south over that way. Make a small burn. Just make sure it is going where I want it to. That's forwards that way. Try and line up for a nice KSC re-entry if possible. I doubt it. I'm normally quite bad at this, but we're going to try. We're going to try. An IVA mission, a Diva to take? I don't know who that is, sorry. No, there's been another addition to the challenge. No time. So who was it who did that? Was that Lown? Did Matt do it? I think Matt might have done it. The real-time mission. I mean, I would totally do... Yeah, real-time Moon or Minmus mission. Like, I could leave my computer running. I could make sure I'm up at the right time, stuff like that. I did hear back when Kerbal was first going... Alright, Kerbal was like 2 or 3 years old. There were a bunch of German guys who had called through the Facebook group that were using... had a real-time server running for Dark Multiplayer. And they just launched a Juno mission. Like, could you imagine? And they'd be done by now. They'd have gone and come back. It was that long ago, right? Like, that's... Man, I should look them up. Go see what they've been up to. Their real-time servers are a thing. I might go and join one and set up some missions. Okay, are we actually going to make it back to the KSC? Is this going to work? Should I ready my parachutes? I think I might ready my parachutes. Let's bring that down there. That wasn't my parachute. You know what? I'm just going to deploy. Deploy. Okay, we're starting to get into the real re-entry heat here. It feels good to me. Halfway out to the... The island airstrip, maybe? To be fair, Zed, this is our landing right here. So it was really good to hang out, buddy. It was good to see you. Hopefully see you next week, right? Okay, are we gonna land on top of it? I think we might. I think this might actually work out for us. It says overshoot, but I kind of don't believe it. Maybe. Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Use trajectories. I mean, yeah. Trajectories did nail it. Did nail it. That way. If I can go that way, then I'll get back to where I need to be. There is definitely some. Oh, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. If we can just get ourselves back over there, just a little bit. I don't want to stop going down, but I do want to stop going sideways. Oh, we're about to run out of electric. Oh no! Wait! We can totally control this with. We don't need electric with a Kerbal. I suppose we do. For the pointing, we don't need electric for the pointing. Or for the controls. That's what I'm actually saying. Use trajectories. It has in-flight config, does it? Man, I've just been using a load of this stuff like base. Let's go faster. Let's go faster. Nothing quite like waiting to hit the floor. Oh, I do like the runway. Look at the look of it. Okay, we got ourselves a little bit of a spin. I'm gonna start slowing us down. I was a little bit worried there. If I'm to share my concerns with you, I was a little bit worried there. 700 meters to go. Depends whether you want to look at the floor or the seat. No, it doesn't. It's the same thing. We should actually work on some subs at some point, right? Because at some point, not only will I want to explore Kerbin's floor, but also there's Eve and Lathe, right? There's Eve and Lathe. Which we'll be definitely headed for once we get RTGs and ions, maybe. I don't know what the mining. Once we get mining to recover that vessel. You heard subs. Hello. we do need to work on subs. How you doing, my friend? I'm glad you came into the chat for the end here, because I am about to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. Today we went to the moon and back. We made some money. We made actually a lot of money dropping someone off at a station. We also managed to start getting back some of the debris that we have just kicking around Kerbin at the moment. Any time that I realise that we can just go back and grab some debris, I will definitely do so, because we are up to many types of debris up there. We've got 3 XP, not quite enough to push her up, but look at this splashdown ribbon. Here's another mod that I have got, the Final Frontier. Gives a bunch of nice little summaries. Significant contract ribbon, first mun docking ribbon. Oh, look at that! Like actual first mun docking. First Kerbal docking in Mun orbit. Wow. Had we not actually done that? All right, cool. And survived 4 G-forces. Whew. But with that, I'm going to say thank you for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys next time when we need to turn this 2 into a 6, at least. Maybe a 7. Maybe turn this 1 into a 2. That would be great. But I will see you then. Oh, and we're going to do that. This is a window to Moho, by the way. Bye!